So today, I'm kind of struggling with how to start this. I kind of like to pride myself on not being like drama. But there's been a lot of things that's just been weighing on me lately. And I was going to do something totally different. But me hesitating on doing what I was going to do kind of brought something to light. It's about fear again. And fear seems to be something that I battle with a lot. And I honestly feel like that's a big thing with a lot of people. And that's what keeps us from living the life we want to live, doing things the way we want to do them, achieving things we want to achieve. And today, I was thinking about how I kind of hesitate on voicing my opinion on my spirituality. Now, years ago, I not that long ago, I was still kind of like this, but especially during political things, I would be ranting and raving and saying how I felt that people who were a certain way should be offended that an entire political party would use their faith against them. I still believe in that, but at the same time, I also feel like everybody has a right to find their own way to God. And if that way isn't completely authentic, I mean, that's between them and God. That's not really my place to say that. But that's also where separation of religion and politics is so important, because so many people are manipulated. I'm kind of getting deep into it right now, but not to get too much into that topic, because I'm trying to sit with my feelings and say things in the right way rather than get overly emotional and the message be missed when it comes to that topic. Because like I said, in the past, I mean, I would be out there just saying how I feel, like super passionately, especially when it comes to like me thinking about my daughters in the next couple of years, like how things going to change for them when they're adults. But I also understand raising them to be the best them and being the best authentic them helps the future, because they'll make decisions and have understandings that feel right to them. And I feel like if you are confident in yourself, then you have no reason to fear other people. You have no reason to fear needing to be better than somebody else. Do you know what I mean? Needing to feel like people are less than you. So I already feel like my daughters have that core understanding of common decency. But let's get back to my point. My point was, this may sound kind of trivial and not important, but so when I first started my channel, I did tarot readings, which they're bad, because although like I still like it and I like to do it for myself, I self-doubt myself constantly. So it's like I felt like I wasn't being myself, because I wasn't. I was trying to imitate in a way how other readers would do, because I get a lot of good messages. And before you turn this off, I feel like regardless of whether you feel like it's spiritual or if it's just entertainment, there's a lot of good advice that comes out. And I think what it is because the symbolism of the cards and the symbolism of different things speaks to different parts of yourself. Now, why I feel like it's something that I resonate with well is because I've felt things and I've just seen things that are just too, I don't know, too coincidental for it to not be something that is something for me. I'm not saying anybody has to do what I do, and I'm not saying that I believe completely in one way or I believe completely another way. I have to say, for my spirituality, I believe there's a little bit of truth in all different beliefs. I feel like the reason why all different types of beliefs, whether it be metaphysical, whether it be philosophical, whether it be organized religion, is because spirituality is what's in all of us. I mean, whether you believe that there's a God or whether you believe there's something else out there or not, there's something that you believe true to yourself, and there's something that you believe at the core as your ethics and what drives you to be who you are. That's your spirituality. Whether you believe it's God, whether you believe it's spirit, whether you believe whoever. I feel like religion is cultural. I'm not knocking anybody that feels strongly about their religion, but what I'm saying is, as wrong as it is to say that your culture is better than another culture, it's just as wrong to say that your religion's better than another religion. And I don't feel like, and I don't know how to say this without offending people, but maybe that's the thing. This is the thing. The thing is, like, I'm afraid to say how I feel because I don't want to hurt people. But I feel like what I feel inside, what I know to be my truth, it doesn't have to be your truth. Your truth can be completely different, and that's what it is. I feel like whatever God, the Great Spirit, whatever, whether you believe it's angels or ancestors, whatever spiritually you believe, I feel like that resonates in all of us. And I do feel like we're all connected in that way. And to feel like that love, that energy of creation and awesomeness would want somebody to feel like they're better than somebody else just because they live somewhere different or they look different, is just so contradictory. It's so contradictory. And I'm not saying I don't believe in the Bible. There's parts of the Bible that make sense to me, but I also feel like there's parts of, Buddhist culture I believe in. There's parts of Jewish culture that I think are resonant. There's parts of all kinds of religions. They all kind of have the same theme. What makes it different is how man interprets it. How man, when it began or when they wrote these thoughts and these conditions really down, it resonates with their culture. So I'm so sorry if I'm offending you. I'm not saying that I don't believe in you having the right to be whatever you are. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that nobody's core inner beliefs is better than anybody else's. Just like mine's not better than anybody else's. And once we can understand that, once we can understand that, like, the whole point of believing in God and believing in a higher power is that we have the ability to be higher people. Not higher as I'm greater than you, higher than, better than that. And I feel like that's what's needed. People to understand that vibrating from a higher frequency is not vibrating in a way that you're looking down on people. It's that you found what you need to fix inside of you, and therefore you're better than you were. Not better than anybody else, but you're better than you were. And I think that's where it all starts. So, and where the whole, like, fear comes in is because I kind of I mean, like I said, I take bits and parts from everything that I learn. Because ever since I was a kid, I was always into like ancient cultures and philosophies and civilizations and things like that. I just feel like there's so much that we don't understand. And I've always said this since I was a kid, that I feel like the whole concept of a greater being is so much more complicated and intricate and elaborate that we don't even understand it. Like, we can't comprehend it. I mean, I've had somebody say something to me like, well, I just don't understand it. Like, we did this and we did that. We evolved from this or we evolved from that. So, well, if you think about it, survival of the fittest. Like, you're as people, we do that too. Like, we learn things and so we adapt and we change. It's the same thing. And then they had said something like, well, where does that come from? I said, exactly. Nothing can come from nothing. So if it did, then there has to be something mystical about it that we don't understand. And then again, like I'm saying, I am not denying anybody their beliefs. So people who don't believe that there is anything, I mean, that could maybe be answered with just scientifically, because I don't have all the answers. I honestly do not have all the answers. And a hard part for me right now is undoing all the conditioned responses I've had as a child. I grew up in the Midwest, and anybody else who grew up in the Midwest, you know, it's like, I don't know. I just always felt like there was something there. I've always felt like there's something there, and I've always felt connected like that. The way that I have a connection with God, Spirit, whoever, whether it's angels, ancestors, other energies from my past, I don't know, all of that. The rigidity that people put on it devalues it, I think. And to say that, I'm not knocking any culture or anything like that. I feel like you have the right to feel how you feel and practice how you practice. But at the basis of all these things is an understanding of love. So why does it feel like it's not that? And I'm not blaming the people that are practicing it. It's allowing other people to use it to manipulate you. And that's been done for centuries, for millennia, for whoever knows how long. So before this gets too crazy, now you know that about me. Whether I think I have 21 subscribers, whether you stay with me or not, I just wanted to be authentic, because that's what I'm about. Is I'm just trying to be completely me. And I don't have any hate for anybody. In the past, I was pretty, I don't want to say aggressive, but I would just get so frustrated and angry because some of the things that people do, and they put a label on it, like it's, well, this is because of this. It's like, well, why would you think that saying that you're a part of something that's about love wants you to hurt somebody else or treat them different? I just don't understand that. I don't want my kids to grow up that way. I don't want my kids to grow up thinking that they have to do and be and say and believe something that they don't feel like is them. One thing I resonate with a lot of I want to say younger people is like a lot of the metaphysics type stuff and the New Age spirituality. I do feel like a lot of people use that rigidly too, because it's kind of funny when people say that, oh, well, I don't like Christianity because it's too exclusive. Well, there's a lot of spiritual people that do that too. We all don't really know the answer. the point I'm trying to make is we really need to look at ourselves. The biggest thing, like when you're trying to help somebody or whatever you're doing, you have to look at the core of who you are and understand what you are and what you're doing. And really, like, I'm still doing that. I'm still trying to overcome so much fear and self-doubt. And seriously, that is what has blocked me for so many years. And understanding that makes me understand that is why where we are in this world. I don't know if that made sense to anybody. And I apologize for ranting, but this really was on my mind today. And I felt like I really needed to get out that feeling. So keep being you. Don't stop being you, no matter what you're doing. But if you're doing something that you're questioning because it just doesn't feel right, sit with that and think about why it doesn't feel right. Thank you.